Hello everyone. This is the pre-market report video for today, 18th June 2024 for the Indian stock market in terms of Nifty and Bank Nifty. First, quickly let's see what happened in US market. On Friday night, US market was very much flat. All three US major index closed less than 0.15% compared to what it closed on Thursday. So we don't need to concentrate too much there. Similarly, regarding Indian ADR, on Friday night, Infosys, Wipro and HDFC Bank all closed more or less same as Indian market. Only difference was on the ICICI Bank. In India, it closed negative 0.2%, whereas in US ADR, it increased over 0.8%. Then last night, which was the fresh ADR movement, all closed green. Both banks added another 0.5% and both IT stocks increased near 1%. Similarly, yesterday, Reliance GDR also closed fresh positive 0.7%. So, for the moment, IT ADR, Banks ADR and Reliance GDR all indicating the positive trade today of 0.5 to 1%. However, just for info, Dr. Reddy's closed 0.2% negative, so looks like pharma stocks were not as positive as others. Then coming to Gift Nifty, today early morning it closed at 23,611. On last Friday, at the time of Indian market closing, there was no premium between Gift Nifty and Spot Nifty. Usually for the present day of the month, the premium should be at least 60 points. So if we consider 60 points premium, then it's the indication of 100 points gap up opening. And if there is no premium today means, then it's an indication of 160 points gap up. Either way, based on today's early morning data, we can expect a gap up opening of 100 to 160 points. Part of the reason for this Gift Nifty run up and positive ADR close was mainly due to the last night positive momentum in US market. Regarding the reason, last night before the US market opening, Goldman Sachs increased the S&P 500 target to 5,600 points from earlier 5,200 points for this year end. Similarly, another famous investment firm called Evercore increased their target to 6,000 points from earlier 4,750. It's a huge jump. So all three US major index closed positive. Dow Jones up by 0.49%, whereas S&P 500 up by 0.77% and Nasdaq increased 0.94%. Then in case of US VIX, it also increased slightly. Here, please note, US market closed positive. Typically, VIX should decrease, but yesterday's case, VIX increased, which means it's short covering. Since tonight, US monthly retail sales data is due to release, so I think investors don't want to hold it. Anyway, regarding the data, on monthly basis, market expects the core retail sales to increase 0.2%, whereas overall retail sales to increase 0.3%. Just for info, tomorrow US market will be on holiday. So tonight US market close will be the base for this week Indian market Thursday expiry. Still we got the future market, but still always spot market is the most influential one. Regarding oil price, last week US EIA increased the second half global demand outlook. So oil price increased by 2%. At the time of this video, WTI crude trading at $80 per barrel and Brent crude traded at $84.5 per barrel. So these were the things happened in the global market. Now let's look at the India specific ones. Even before the US market positivity, yesterday early morning itself, Gift Nifty started to indicate over 100 points gap up. Regarding that, there are three possible reasons. During weekend, Rochers.com released an article that according to their source, Indian government is now considering the personal tax rate cut. Rochers itself tried with Indian Finance Ministry regarding the clarification, but they didn't receive anything back. Still worth to know about it. What the article mentioned was certain category with the investment concerns, people might get possible tax-free income of up to 15 lakh rupees. And this plan Indian PM expects to announce in the budget on early July month. Obviously, if tax slab increases means it will increase the consumptions and so Indian business segments. So this is huge positive for Indian stock market. Then the second positive info that might influence the market today was this increase of export growth data. On Friday, Indian government released the India's May month trade data. In that, the export goods value grown 9.1% compared to a year ago. And the growth mainly due to the increase of engineering engineering goods, commercial vehicles, and smartphones export. So we can expect those sectors will be on focus today. Then the third positive, particularly for Reliance, last Friday in the aftermarket hours, Indian government has cut the windfall tax on crude oil product to 3,250 rupees per ton from 5,200 rupees earlier. So those were the positive ones. Now coming to the negative news. Indian Meteorological Department issued the warning about the monsoon that India so far had 20% less rainfall this year than the average, which is causing the disturbance in Indian agriculture. So possibly it might affect some stocks negatively. As a summary, US market closed positive, so global momentum is good, but according to me, it's temporary since last night US market was just a short covering. Let's see. However, there were a lot of India related positive macro, or we can say rumors, which influenced the Indian ADR and GIFT Nifty. So for now, it's indicating the gap up of 100 to 160 points. And this lack of monsoon rain is the worrying thing. Then, as per stock open interest, Canara Bank, ICICI Bank, RBL Bank, Biocon, and Apollo Tyres got an increase in open interest along with a negative close, indicates the short build-up. On the other hand, Vodafone Idea, Punjab National Bank, BEL, Motherson, National Aluminium, and HDFC Bank got an increase in open interest with a positive price close, indicating the long build-up. About the things to look out, there is nothing that I'm aware of which related to India is scheduled release. However, there are other countries' macros which potentially can influence our market. Around 2:30 p.m., Europe's consumer inflation data for the May month is scheduled to release. Then in the night for US, as we discussed earlier, retail sales data for May month, industrial production growth rate, and couple of FOMC members interview are some of the items we need to keep an eye out today. Coming to technical, last Friday, Nifty opened 50 points gap up above 23,450 and consolidated for most part of the session and closed at the same place as opening. Thus, on the daily chart, Nifty formed a doji candlestick pattern indicating indecisiveness among buyers and sellers. In addition, in the last 5 days, Nifty has been consolidating in the range between 23,200 to 23,500. So, until the breakout from either side, it's difficult to predict the trend. However, on Friday, the hourly momentum indicator has triggered a positive crossover, which indicating that the consolidation breakout most likely might happen in the upside. Regarding immediate support, it's around 23,200 to 23,300 zone, whereas the higher resistance is placed at 23,800 zone. Then, in case of Bank Nifty, it opened 120 points gap up near 50,000 and touched 50,100 intraday, but failed to sustain and closed at around the same place as opening. Thus, on the daily chart, similar to Nifty, Bank Nifty also formed doji candlestick pattern, which again indicating the indecisiveness among buyers and sellers. Bank Nifty on Friday at the end of trading, it closed at 49,980, but the post-market calculation made it to close above 50,000 mark. So basically, it continued its consolidation phase and was unable to close above 50,000 mark. Hence, Bank Nifty needs to decisively surpass the 50,200 mark to confirm an upside breakout towards the 51,000 level. The lower end support is placed at 49,500 to 49,400 zone, and a break below this will intensify the selling downside towards 49,000. On the weekly options front, the maximum call option open interest was at 24,000 strike, followed by 23,500 and 24,500, with maximum new call option rating at 24,000 strike, then 23,800 and 25,000. Whereas on the put side, the maximum open interest was at 23,400 strike, followed by 23,000 and 22,500, with maximum new put option rating at 23,400 and then 23,300 and 23,000. Thus, from options data, it's indicated Nifty's resistance is at 24,000 with support at 23,300. So that's all in this video. Hope you all got some useful information. Please consider subscribing the channel and liking the video, so it will help me beat the YouTube algorithm and also motivate me to do more. Please don't make any investment decision based on this, as I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. I'm doing this for me and viewers' educational purpose only. Thanks for watching.